bitch, then I ain't going nowhere. I ain't blowing no smoke. I mean, I've been sober, but you should've known it. I wasn't going.
What's up, everybody? It is your girl Midnight. I am here with a topic tonight, and my topic just gonna really show. It's something happened yesterday. It's local news. I'm reporting local news, okay? But it's still awareness though. It's local news, but it's still awareness too at the same time. Cause these young folks out here, these young people, they think it's really cool to actually be like taking police on like flea chases or high speed chases when they flee like that. But the outcome don't never be always. It don't be good sometimes. You know what I'm saying? It never really be good because when you get caught, you going to jail. That's first off. But sometimes you just don't get a chance to come out from that, and so it's kind of like that situation and what happened yesterday. This just happened yesterday too. I'm gonna turn my music off. I'm gonna show y'all that this is something that's known like down here where a lot of people like thieving cars. A lot of people like first of all stealing cars. They like to do a lot of joyriding down here. When they get caught, they like to take the police on high speed chases. It's a lot of people like saying that the police they blaming it on the police too because they say that like, they wish that police stop taking folks or doing high speed chases. But sometimes I mean that's just necessary though. These people need to stop. I mean, and this boy was only 17 and got caught up in a burning car that was literally burning. I'm talking about. I'm gonna show y'all. They couldn't even save him. But like I said, he took the police on a speed chase, a high speed chase, and hit a tree, and he didn't make it. You know what I'm saying? So, I feel like the young man took him on a speed chase because, first of all, I'm gonna say that the car probably wasn't even his. Um, Come to find out, it wasn't his. They said that the car was registered to a felon, another felon. Okay, so maybe this young man had a warrant or a record. He thought it was fun to take them on a high speed chase, but now he ain't here no more. You know what I'm saying? Whoever his parents is, whoever his family is now. You know what I'm saying? They got to bury him because nobody could save him. They tried, but and a few people that was trying to save him out of that car, they got hurt. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna show y'all what they like doing down here. I mean, that's really what these young boys like doing down here. They like to hop in somebody else's shit that's not theirs. So, first of all, that's taken away from somebody else who work hard for his or her possessions or whatever. And they just see fit to just joyride. You know what I'm saying? Joyride, drive reckless, go on high speed chases. I mean, whatever they do. Like I said, I mean, that sometimes that'll claim your life though. You know what I'm saying? Just like this happened for that young boy. They just need to slow it down. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all probably heard of like the Kia boys. They were once really hot and known for stealing cars. You know what I'm saying? They were known down here for stealing cars, hopping in cars, Kias preferably. You own the Kia, okay? They did target a certain part of town. I'm gonna show y'all even a Kia boy accident. You know what I'm saying? Like some book BS. You know what I'm saying? These young people down here, they must really do not care too much about their lives and things like that, based off what they be doing. I'm gonna show y'all just yesterday what this car looked like. You know what I'm saying? The car that you gonna see. This car went up in some flames, boy. I'm talking about some flames that nobody can really pull the boy out. He didn't make it. He didn't make it. How you doing, Miss Camille? Miss Kianda? How you doing? Miss Liz? Like they just really need to chill out. And a lot of people was like, well, police just shouldn't be taking them on no high speed chase. I mean, you should stop though. The police wouldn't actually go taking nobody on a high speed chase if you're not the person already choosing for them to chase you. I mean, why not just stop? A lot of these people don't stop because they first of all feel like that shit cool. Second of all, it's not even a shit. Half of the time it don't be they shit. It be stolen cars. It be stolen vehicles. Now, I'm finna show y'all some shit that it'll tell y'all how many cars have been stolen. And this footage right here ain't even nothing but a year old. That number too large for stolen cars. I'm talking about if you're just talking about stolen cars, the number is a little bit too large for all of the cars that's been stolen or all of the cars that's been damaged or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Let alone the rate that you hear, the fatality rate, like kind of what happened yesterday. That's a fatality because dude didn't make it. He hit a tree. That shit went in flames. You know what I'm saying? That car went up in flames and they couldn't even save him. While trying to save him, some folks got hurt. But I mean, I guess they did what they could do to try to save the young boy. But I'm just saying all of that could have been avoided if he just stopped. I just wish he stopped. I don't give a damn. Listen, you okay? The consequences ain't gonna never be really good, like I said. Shit, one or two things gonna happen. Either a fatality gonna take place or your ass going to jail. Cause you in the stolen car anyway. And you resisted because you fled. You taking the police on a high speed chase. I mean, it's better to go to jail than not wake up though, or not make it, right? How you doing, Miss Bree? How you doing, Miss Big Ma? Thank you for them avatars too, honey. This is very known, and it's probably even known in y'all cities, because I mean, reckless driving is known everywhere, really. But I'm talking about these young people down here. They love taking somebody else's stuff. They love to get in somebody else's stuff, however they got to get in it. They love to hop in somebody else's car. They don't care if they're damaging somebody else's car. They don't care if they life at stake. They don't give a damn about none of that, clearly. You know what I'm saying? Clearly. So let me just go back to some footage on what a flea look like or what they be doing. They don't care about stop signs out here. They don't care about red lights or traffic lights out here. They joyriding. And when they joyriding and they saw or seen they taking them law enforcement's on the chase. So let me show you this video first before I get into showing you what that car looked like yesterday, and that was just terrible right there. This is typically what they do down here. This video that I'm finna show y'all, this is really typically what these young folks be doing when they decide to take a police on a flee or a high speed chase. This what this shit look like. Ultimately, some of them get caught up. Where they get caught, the car probably got a little bit of minor damage to it, but it can return back to the rightful owner, or either it's a fatality in the making. They just don't make it out. You know what I'm saying? But this is typically what it looked like when they decide to take the cops on a high speed chase. It looks just like this. Let this one play right here. I don't know, y'all.
All right, 4274 from the air. We're going to be in pursuit of a reckless vehicle. It's a Kia Soul gray color, North Dakota plate. Currently eastbound
He in the
on
Kia.
Forest from 66.
No, he was in the
Speeds are
Kia, so
34
that's
miles
one
an
of
hour.
them
We have no
Kia
traffic
boys
out here. Road
too.
conditions are
They
dry.
stole the Kia.
All right, he's switching over wrong lanes of traffic. We have no
How
traffic
you
out here,
doing, Miss
though.
Augusta?
Continuing
How you
eastbound
doing, honey?
Flores. He's now going northbound 63 from Flores.
Miss
Northbound 63
Brenda,
from
how
Flores.
you doing?
30 miles an hour. It looks to be occupied about 4 times. Kia Soul wanted for
You
reckless
see how he
driving.
just
He's
taking that
currently
cop on a
westbound
speed
Powell
chase though?
from
When he could have just stopped. He
63,
ran a light,
westbound Powell from
stop
63,
sign,
coming up to 64, southbound and 64, southbound 64,
and he in
38
somebody
miles an
else's
hour.
shit.
Clear right, clear right,
Guaranteed.
clear right.
It ain't never theirs.
Disregard four-way stop sign at 64 and Flores, continuing
It's never
southbound.
they shit.
Coming
That's
up
why
on
they
bound line,
don't give a
passing
fuck
bound
about
line.
fucking it
Coming up
up.
on
It ain't
Carmen,
never
68
theirs.
miles an hour. We have no traffic out here. Road conditions are dry. All right, passing Carmen, 64 southbound. We're going to be coming up to Silver in just a moment here. Speeds are 70 miles an hour. We have no traffic out here. Road conditions are dry. All right, we're going
And
to be
then
going
got
westbound
caught,
Thurston
little
from
dummy.
64, westbound Thurston from 64. It's a gray Kia Soul. Looks to be occupied 4 times. Just past the 65, disregarding stop sign. Clear right, clear right. All right, we're continuing on. We're coming up.
He on him though. He's staying on
All
me,
right, he's going
but
to be
I thought he lost it
disregarding
for
the
a
stop sign
minute.
at 6-7
But he on
and
me.
Thurston continuing westbound. Clear right, clear right. He's at 6-8 right now. Going to be going northbound 6-8 from Thurston,
Now, what
northbound
if it was
6-8
a
from
lot of
Thurston. Gray
traffic
Kia
out there
Soul.
though? You know what
Wanted
I'm
for
saying? And
reckless
what if
driving
people were crossing the street? This is
and
how
entry of
this is how
autos.
pedestrians get struck too.
All right,
This is
we're
how a lot of
Carmen
pedestrians end up getting
westbound
struck
from 6-8.
out here
Clear right, clear right. Carmen
when
6-8.
they decide to do shit like
Westbound
this.
on Carmen, passing 6-9, disregarding stop sign at 70th. Speeds are 40 miles an hour. We have no traffic out here. Road conditions are dry. Clear right, clear right. All right, continuing. We're passing 72nd at Carmen Park. Looks like he's passing the speed bump here. We have, once again, no
It
traffic
could have
out here.
been
Clear right, clear
kids
right.
out there. It
We
could
have
have
no
been
traffic.
people
All right, he's
crossing
going to
the
be going
road.
southbound
I
on
mean, he ain't
74,
even stopping at
southbound
no lights,
74
no
from
stop
Carmen.
sign. What if ongoing traffic from other ways was coming? I'm just talking about, like, what about all that? Y'all see, we coming up on the part where they got him. You see, he was on radio. You finna see the car to the left. You're gonna see that because I didn't want to get the whole thing. That was just a little bit too long of a chase, honey. But you finna see him finna come up where they caught him. Did y'all see that when he was caught? He caught. He ended up getting caught. So now let me show y'all this real quick. And then I'm gonna show y'all just a little bit of the history on how this shit go down. So just yesterday, because this happened just yesterday on August the 6th. Today is the 7th. So right here in Milwaukee, August the 6th, after a police pursuit ended with his vehicle crashing into a tree and catching fire. The incident occurred at North 19th Street in West Hampton Avenue. According to the police or the Milwaukee Police Department, the teenager was driving a vehicle during a pursuit, which was initiated after police observed reckless driving and determined that the vehicle was connected to a felon. So, it wasn't even his vehicle again. He was not even in his shit, okay? He was in somebody else's car. Maybe it was somebody that he knew because he was doing reckless activity, of course. But he took the police on a high speed chase and possibly even lost control of that car because he ended up hitting a tree. And when he hit the tree, it ended up causing his car to go in flames. How you doing, my Brenda? And this was just yesterday. So the boy is gone. He's a goner. And this is what it looked like. But I'm gonna show y'all some videos though. Hold on. Y'all see that? I'm talking about that's what the car looked like. That was the aftermath. You see where that car burnt up at? Imagine somebody burning with the car. He was sitting right in there in the car. He got burnt up. They weren't able to apprehend the boy out of there. The boy died in that car. And you see the flames to the car, right? The car is completely burning. You know what I'm saying? Now, that car burnt up so bad to the point where even the house that the car was sitting in front of even caught a little bit of the fire from the explosion of the car. You know what I'm saying? That car, he was in that car and burning up. The boy who was driving the car. So you see, he had a horrible fatality, but all he had to really do was stop. He didn't have to take them on no high speed chase. How you doing, Miss Stelly? All he had to really do was stop, though. You know what I'm saying? Now somebody out here is grieving a young 17-year-old son off of a poor decision. And we gonna have to call that what it is. That's a poor decision right there. How you doing, Miss Janet? We got to call that what it is. That's poor decision making. And he was sitting in there burning up with that car. Let me take y'all down here to this footage over here where you just gonna see a little bit of it right here. Let that play. So y'all see that right there? They tried. So many citizens of the city of Milwaukee who saw that, who witnessed that right there, they tried to do what they can do to get the young man out of there. But the car was just too much in flames where it wasn't nothing that they can do. So the car just went up in flames. I mean, they got the flames down, but by the time they put that car out of completely where it wasn't no flames, that boy was damn near crisp and gone with the car. You know what I'm saying? When he hit that tree, that caused that car to go up in flames. And just like most cars, when they get hit or you hit something, sometimes they not even the safest. You can't get out. So it's just like, things go to malfunctioning on the car. You may not can't get out the seatbelt. I mean, you're supposed to wear a seatbelt, but I'm just saying sometimes that's a catch-22 even. Because when you in a car accident and somebody actually hit your car, a lot of things of your car malfunction. It go to malfunctioning, like your doors don't open. You might be stuck in your seatbelt, so you can't move, you can't get out. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. You know what I'm saying? But he should have just stopped. I just think that the boy should have stopped, but I think he didn't stop because he probably was worried about going to jail. But I would have been more so willing to take the jail, you know what I'm saying, over losing my life. Because I'm sure that young man tried to get out of that car, but he couldn't get out of there. By the time the flames have already, spread it around in the car, it was a little bit too late for him to get out of there. And by the time the help got there, the car was in flames a little bit too deep that they couldn't even see fit to put the damn flames out right away. And even trying to even get the boy out of there, a couple of law enforcement got hurt. So he didn't make it. He burnt up with the car. Let me show y'all this right here. This is another pile up. Now, this is a 3-car pileup, another Kia boy type of thing. Okay. Matter of fact, all of these videos are associated to Kia boys, except for this one. I don't think this young man was a Kia boy. However, he was still doing things he had no business doing. Okay. Because taking the police on a high-speed chase, that's something he should have never done. You know what I'm saying? He would be alive and well right now if he had not done that. Like I said, I would have rather been apprehended, taken to jail over possibly losing my life, because you can't control the car because you're taking them on a high-speed chase. That was not a good decision. You know what I'm saying, to do. But that's what he chose to do. And sometimes your decisions will cause your demise. I'm just saying. Sometimes that could be a fact. That when we make poor decisions and we choose to do things that we know we shouldn't be doing, you know you shouldn't be doing this, first of all. You know you shouldn't even be driving like that, because that could have went so many different ways. You could have hit innocent people, innocent pedestrians. You should have been worried about yourself getting hurt. You should have been worried about law enforcement. They lives on the line too when they do high speed chases. It's just not the people who you chasing. You know what I'm saying? What about somebody hitting one of y'all because they don't care about your sirens, and then they gonna keep going. So they gonna go on ahead. It could have went so many different ways. I mean, why they going so fast, speeding down all these blocks and going all fast down these roads? It could be people down these roads crossing the street. It could be whomever out there. It could have been kids, elderly people, other people. It could have been folks out there. Them people don't be thinking about that. They don't need to be thinking about their own self. Yeah, that's crazy. When I see the flames, I said, oh my goodness. And then I said, damn, he was only 17. What? Really sad. Like, I just wish that young man had stopped. I just wish he had stopped, he'll be here, but deciding to just take the police on a high speed chase, man, and you can't get out the car. I'm talking about burning alive. You know what I'm saying? Just burning. You just burning down. That got to be horrible right there. That's so sad. I lost a niece in a house fire. Yeah, it's got to be trapped somewhere. How you doing, Miss Wanda? To be trapped somewhere or you can't get out? Because like I said, these cars, I don't really get it. I'm gonna be honest. I know they promoting this safe drive and shit, but like I said, especially with these newer cars, man, you better not be hit. You better not get hit in one of them motherfuckers. Cause the moment you get hit in one of them motherfuckers, you trapped. Shit. I mean, shit start malfunctioning. You can't get the fuck out of there. That's why he couldn't get the fuck out of there. Mm-mm. Look at this though. So we finna look at some. However, wear your seatbelt though. You know what I'm saying? Because if you get hit too hard, you don't want to go out the window or out the windshield. That's possible, people. We see that happen. You know what I'm saying? It's very possible. You don't want to be the one going out your windshield. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't got on no seatbelt. But sometimes that shit traps you. You know what I'm saying? Just like if you were possibly in a house fire and things were collapsing on you and you couldn't get around easily, you're trapped. You know what I'm saying? You trapped until somebody else comes save you. You trapped. You know what I'm saying? You don't have too much leverage to move around in because you're trapped. Shit falling down on you, shit falling in your way, shit falling in your path. You can't move. You can't do shit. You stuck. You know what I'm saying? You stuck. What's going on, sis? Hey, did you see that car though? Did you see that car? Or that young boy yesterday on 19th and Hampton? That's over there by your crib. How you doing, Miss Renee? I say, man, why he didn't stop? Well, just why he didn't stop. Fuck that car. Fuck all that. You should be able to go to jail. It's better to go to jail than to go to HELL. You know what I'm saying? Like he was stuck in that car. He burned. Just imagine somebody burning to death. I'm talking about just imagine somebody actually alive and feeling themselves actually burning to death. Because that's what happened to the young man. He went that way. Hmm. And I don't like that. I don't like to see flames to cars. Somebody set my car on fire. My car looked like that. You know what I'm saying? Years back. A crazy knucker put flames to my car. However, I wasn't even sitting in mine. You know what I'm saying? But I hate to see burning cars. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a trigger because my shit got burnt. You know what I'm saying? But he was trapped in there. You know what I'm saying? He was really trapped in the car. And all it really takes is a seconds, probably even minutes before that man was already a goner. The flames were too uncontrollable. It was too bad already. Like I said, to the point where it spread it so badly to where it did hit a house. Like it did catch another house that was on that block. A lot of the pedestrians of that block that was around walking, they had to run, to get farthest away from the flames and the heat because that also would do something to your skin. You know what I'm saying? But they were there watching it. Imagine all them people who were actually watching that boy burn. You know what I'm saying? Like watching him burn. You know what I'm saying? Why they were trying to actually get him out. They did try. They did try now. But that boy burnt in that car. He did. So listen to this right here. This is what you're going to see, a 3-car pileup. Like I said, this is a year ago when we were dealing with your boys and girls because it wasn't just young boys. They had even young girls in that kind of activity. They were reckless drivers, young people. Okay. Young folks, reckless driving. And you finna see yet another accident right over there in the UWM area, right there by UWM campus. For the folks who from Milwaukee or familiar with Milwaukee, you know that that's towards the east side of Milwaukee, UWM. Okay. You're going to see one of the young boys doing reckless driving where they ran the stoplight and traffic was coming another way. And so that's how the accident initiated, or that's how it started. So it hit one car. That car ended up hitting another car. And then this is how the pileup happened. Y'all finna see this one right here. Watch this, though. This is kind of like what goes on. Watch.
A remarkable scene just off the UW Milwaukee campus. 3 cars piled on top of each other, burning after a forceful crash at Kramer and Linwood.
I was just sitting on the couch and I thought maybe it was like gunshots or something, but I stepped outside and I saw a huge cloud of smoke.
Within moments, Alyssa Marceau captured the roaring fire, assuming
y'all see how them cars burn down like that?
We saw a woman get out of the car in the middle and she was unscathed, which was crazy.
12 News obtained video showing that crash as a white
Kia
blows
look
the
at
stop
him.
sign
You
and
see that white
strikes
car?
a black car, then plows into and under 2 parked cars. Moments later, another witness captured the 4 people inside
and
that
that's
car,
how that car got in flames
away.
like that.
UWM
You see them
police say
cars
the
piled
people in
up.
the Kia
Look
were
at them
spotted
running.
earlier trying to steal a car from the Cunningham
Kia
Hall
boy.
lot.
One of our officers attempted to stop that vehicle, and it fled.
Look at him just
The
running.
vehicle was fleeing on Oakland Avenue and struck a
You see how he
bicyclist.
stopped? He
Our
didn't
police
stop,
officer
right?
immediately stopped and rendered aid to
He
that
ran that
person.
stop sign. He didn't
Ultimately,
even
we
stop.
discovered that the bicyclist was not
Ended up
injured.
hitting
No
another car.
officers had stopped chasing. That
This is
Kia
what they
was
do.
traveling at about 70 miles an hour, according to the driver
Look at
of
his
the car
ass.
it hit,
Look, 70
who was
miles per
unharmed
hour.
but didn't
Who
want to
going that
leave.
far on
Really
a residential
scary.
block?
Witnesses said it took a moment for the fire
He
to
had
start,
another
but when
situation
it
where
got
somebody could have
going,
been crossing
it
the
really
streets,
went.
honey.
The fire started.
They don't
and
care.
The heat hit me in the face, and then that's when the cop cars showed up, and that's when they're saying
I
everyone
keep telling
get
y'all, they
away
don't give a fuck
because
about that.
there's
It ain't they shit.
almost
It
4
ain't never
cars
they
started on
shit.
fire.
One of those cars, the one on top, belonged to student Josh Delphi.
As I got closer, I'm like, that's like right where my car was parked. Like,
Imagine
is that my
him
car? And then
waking
I got
up,
even closer. I'm like,
losing his
that's my
car.
car. And I was like, that's crazy.
Imagine that.
I mean, I hope everyone's okay. I hope no one was hurt. I'm just a little bit in shock right now.
And that video is terrifying too. And
I'd
Nick
have been
joins us
pissed.
live now. Nick, why are UWM police investigating even though this crash happened off campus?
They view this crash that happened here as a continuation of that earlier attempted car theft as well as that pursuit. So that's why they're
They love
handling the
stealing
crash too. They
cars.
say they're
Well, that's
gathering
their thing.
evidence,
That's
but
like
so
these young
far,
folks' hobby.
no
I tell
arrests.
you,
Just
boy.
amazing
They
though
love
that no one
joyriding
was
in
hurt
somebody's car.
throughout any of this incident.
They love to joyride in somebody's car. Miss Renee is speaking. How you doing, Miss Don? Just stop and pull over. Jail is better than being dead. Okay, that's what I said. Like, I wish he had did that. I sure wish he had. How you doing, Miss Alicia? How you doing, honey? I sure wish he had did that. I swear to God. I wish he had. It's real senseless. Reckless driving, taking innocent people's lives. So sad. Man, that young boy is a college student, had to wake up the next morning, realize that one of them cars was his. They were parked. You do realize that those other two cars that was on top of one another were parked cars. So he had to been going severely fast for two parked cars to literally stack one another. And then that white car that they were driving caught flames as to that car catching flames and burning those three cars down. Okay. So those three cars went to shit because they got burnt. Okay. Um, let's see what else I got in here. I got another clip in here. Let me show y'all this right here. So this next clip, this finna be right here. It's finna tell you how many cars that have been stolen. Okay? How many cars that have been stolen? The number is way too motherfucking high. Okay? We talking about Milwaukee, so a small ass county in Wisconsin. Okay? Where Miss Ballhead at? I didn't see her in here. Is she in here? How you doing, Miss Ballhead? I didn't see her. For them to get this number though, you know what I'm saying? For them to get this number right here, it's sad though. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, Milwaukee is like a small county out here in Wisconsin. So this number right here is a little bit way too high. Now, surely it has dropped just a little bit because this was a year ago, and most of those young folks been indicted. Most of those young folks have been indicted. A lot of them are serving commitments in jail, you know what I'm saying, due to doing what they have done. But you also have to know that they're a part of the number as to what you finna see. Because that's when a lot of the Kia boys activity was really going down really bad, you know what I'm saying? And they were taking Kias. That was their known car to do. If you had a Kia, you had to be worried about your car, especially if you were on the east side. You know what I'm saying? Towards that way, you drove a Kia, they were possibly gonna hit a lick on your vehicle. You know what I'm saying? And get you down. All right. But now that a lot of them been indicted and charged as adults, we don't care that they young folk. These people out here don't care that they were young people. They got charged like adults, and they're sitting in jail for theft of stolen vehicles. Because what they like to do, take kids. What they like to do with them, wreck them. What they like to do with them, joyride with them. What they like to do with them, take the police on high-speed chases and just wreck somebody else's motherfucking car. Sometimes them motherfucking boys and girls used to just get in cars, steal them, and just to wreck them. That's what they were doing. They would steal cars only to wreck them. You know what I'm saying? That was their activity. So you finna see this right here. I'm gonna let this play.
Named streets. They're basically a hexagon. But the area downtown with more car thefts in the last year than anywhere else. Basically spans from Wisconsin to State Street, 6th Street to the river. 103 cars were taken from this area in the last year. Car thefts in Milwaukee have dropped 41% so far this year compared to last. Still, downtown in the east side are the areas with the most cars taken. The darker blue hexagon on Milwaukee's police crime stats map, the more cars taken
really
in the
bad
last
on the east
year.
side.
The east
That's
side
where
on
they would like to
UWM's
target
campus,
too.
police chased a
You
stolen
see
Kia
that? We
before
just told
ending in
that
this
video.
fiery
See, they were
crash
the
and
part of the Kia
pileup
boys.
a short time later. The suspects sprinting away from police, leaving the cars to burn. UWM sent out
You see
this
how
alert
that's
to students
burning
just
up?
minutes before the crash.
Lord.
Not because of an uptick in car
Uh-huh.
thefts on their campus, but in the east side neighborhoods nearby.
These are individuals who are making decisions to be destructive, right? They're making the decision to steal these vehicles, to use them as missiles.
Mayor Cavalier Johnson says police are constantly working to tweak plans for specific crime in neighborhoods across the city.
Nobody should have to deal with that. Nobody should, in no neighborhood throughout this city or any other community in our region or in our state.
Back downtown, in the area where the most cars are taken, valet services park cars in certain garages with
Where they
no
gotta
way
do
for the
extra
cars to
measures
get out
like
without a
this because
code.
they like to be downtown. They don't even care about the law. Because when you go apprehend cars from downtown, you really don't give a damn because the police be down there
We do
really
everything in our
bad.
power to try to make sure they can't break in, anything like that.
They gotta
Still,
practically hide somebody's car.
5,838
Look at
cars
the number,
stolen so far this year in Milwaukee.
5,838
Plenty of
38
reasons to
stolen
be alert.
cars.
Downtown, I'm Jim
That's too many
Stratton,
cars.
WISN 12 News.
5,853. 5,853 cars. That's way too many cars. That's a big number for Milwaukee. They think they in Grand Theft Auto straight up. I'm for real. Everybody was saying that they playing they playing what's that damn Grand Theft Auto, but what's one of their names though? It's another one. It's Grand Theft Auto. You sure right about it. Damn, what's the name of them? They got several different Grand Theft Autos though, but that's exactly what they playing. They think it's a game for real till they end up dead somewhere. How you doing, Miss Kimberly? They really think they playing Grand Theft Auto for real. Like they finna drive that quick and you know what I'm saying? They can get through everybody. They ain't gotta stop. You know what I'm saying? They don't care who they hitting, don't care what they hitting, don't care if the vehicle is totally destroyed. They don't care if they life at stake. They don't care about the law chasing them. They don't care about law-abiding citizens, innocent folks. They don't care about nobody. They just do not care. And so they choose to be reckless, like the man said. That's a choice. You know what I'm saying? That's a choice. And a lot of them is choosing to be reckless. They choosing to drive reckless. A lot of them is choosing and playing Russian roulette with their own self. Like what that young man did yesterday. What he did yesterday, young as he is, he should have just stopped for the law. You was not in your car. Okay. Most likely the vehicle was stolen. It was connected to another felon. So you know that shit dirty. You should have just stopped. There go Miss Ballhead right there. How you doing, Miss Ballhead? I'ma show you them bags too, because I don't know if that young lady on here, but she can catch my live on the replay because I did go back and look at some replica bags that I do like. That I want to purchase, and I'm gonna also post it up on my page because these is the kind of bags that I'm interested in buying. He should have just stopped for real. He really should have, and he would be here to be here. He would just be here. You know what I'm saying? He will be here. He will be in trouble. You know what I'm saying? But still, you know what I'm saying? He will be here. But now, and then he actually burnt alive. You know what I'm saying? He actually burnt alive. You know what I'm saying? Burned to death. He felt himself burning while he was slowly going, which was a sad thing to see. A lot of people in the community actually saw the young man getting burned. You know what I'm saying? They saw the young man burning up with the car, not being able to be saved. You know what I'm saying? They also have to worry about other people, like a house and the people of that house. You know what I'm saying? That house that caught fire. That fire was really bad on that car. Yeah, horrible. He should have stopped. So these young people need to understand. I mean, I would have thought that, you know, the Kia boy thing would have taught a lot of these young car thieves a lesson. Like, listen, you can only get away with doing that shit for so long. You definitely can only get away with doing that shit for so long, but you will be soon caught. And then you got to know that if you choosing to take the cops on a high speed chase, you got to know sometime that shit don't turn out the way it is. One of the young men's or one of these young folks who did that, they car actually fell over off of a bridge, like trying to take a car, the cop's car on a high speed chase, and you can't even control the car. Y'all skip the bridge. You know what I'm saying? They had to put a gate down, a taller gate, because they felt like, okay, by that car falling down off of the bridge, we need to put a gate right here, just in case that if that happens again, somebody crashing into the bridge, okay, you're not falling over. At least you're not tipping over. But stop doing that, because it's not gonna ever stop thinking that the outcome is gonna always be a good one. It's not like that. Stop doing it. How about stop doing it? Stop hopping in cars that's not y'all's. Stop hopping in cars that don't belong to y'all. Stop taking the police on a high speed chase. I don't see how nobody could feel like the police is at fault for what happened to the young boy, because he didn't want to decide to flee. Like, stop doing it. Stop fleeing. Y'all won't have to worry about that. Y'all play with y'allself like that. Y'all choose to play with y'allself like that. Y'all playing with y'allself. Y'all playing with innocent people around y'all. Y'all just don't care. So sometimes this is the outcome. I'm just saying, and it's not ever a good one. So somebody's son is really, I mean, ain't no burial service for that boy. I'm talking about he got cremated in the car. That boy burnt up. What remains? He got cremated right there. What service they gonna have for him besides some kind of a memorial where they can have pictures? So there ain't gonna be no body. He got burnt up. You know what I'm saying? He got burnt up. So he turned into dust with the car. There's not going to be nothing that his family can do as far as remains go. He through. Just stop doing it. Like, I mean, that's real goofy to me. I mean, that's not smart. And I'm not going to be the one trying to feed these people ego, saying that, oh well, you know, I just wish you would have stopped. That's what I wish. I wish you could have stopped. But I'm going to have to say that that was not smart. You know what I'm saying? That was not near nowhere smart. And sometimes when you don't make smart decisions, sometimes that's just what it is. That this is what happens. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Like I said, a lot of these people, they just don't get enough. I thought the Kia boy example would have made a lot of examples out of people who thinking that car theft is what's up. I thought that that would have got a lot of them when they seen that they were slowly getting popped off and they were slowly getting indicted. That you would have thought that would have changed some of their young minds about hopping in cars. Oh, you would have thought that would have changed some of their young minds when you were seeing that they were actually taking the police on high speed chases and they were jumping bridges, falling down. You thought that would have changed their young minds. Oh, you would have thought that they would have changed their young minds when shit, you taking the police on a high speed chase and you can't control your car and you running into a tree and it's doing damage to the car, to where it's instantly fatality in you. I'm talking about you getting took out ASAP. See that young brother right there, he actually felt himself burning though. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if the impact was, you know, hard enough to where it knocked him out, you know what I'm saying, to where he really was rendered unconscious in that car, which I hope that was the case, if anything. Because to be in a car and feel yourself burning up, that's horrible. To be in there and feel yourself actually burning up, I would have hoped that he was already unconscious in that motherfucker when he hit. When he hit the tree, I would have hoped that that knocked him down. You know what I'm saying? To where that knocked him unconscious. So he really wasn't even there to really feel that he was burning up. You know what I'm saying? But they couldn't save him. They couldn't save him out of that vehicle. They couldn't get him. So by the time the flames were put out of the vehicle, there was no remains of him. You know what I'm saying? There was none of his remains left. He burnt alive in that car. You know what I'm saying? He burnt along with the car. So to the people, young, old, young, middle class folks, y'all young, middle class, elderly folks, listen, it's not cool to be doing what y'all doing. Okay? Stop always thinking that that shit is fun. Oh, yeah, I'm just getting a thrill. It's just I'm getting that thrill right now. This is what I want to do. It's fun. It's cool. It's not. It's not. It's really not. And then it claims some of y'all lives. So it's really not. It's really not cool. See, a lot of them do stuff to get cool points like that, but these people who y'all doing that for, y'all trying to impress the wrong people. Because as soon as y'all actually get popped off going to jail doing some real time, you're not gonna hear from none of them people no more. I can guarantee you that. Some of the motherfucking people you calling your friends or your homies, whoever they is to you, these people geeking y'all heads up to do all this bullshit foolery ass crime. And then once you get popped off with the damn crime, they nowhere in sight, nowhere around. So you look like a goofy. So you look like you just done something to fit in. And you still did not get in, okay? Because they not gonna fuck with you after that. You ain't gonna be nobody that they gonna be fucking with. They not finna support you behind no motherfucking bars. They not finna write you no motherfucking letters. They not finna send you no motherfucking canteen. They not finna do shit like that. You that be the last time you see motherfuckers like that. They set y'all up for the okie doke. Some of y'all fall for it and some of you don't. Like, it's just like, stop doing that. That's not smart. And we just gonna call that what it is. It's not smart. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, it's so sad that that had to happen. But listen, that could have been avoided if he had just stopped. That could have been avoided if he had just stopped. So for all the ones who thinking, oh, I'm gonna blame MPD, I'm gonna blame the police department. We can't really that's not realistic. That's y'all condoning mess. How y'all blaming the police? Shit, this is what they supposed to do. He in somebody else's shit. You gotta worry about him hitting somebody else innocent out on the street. You gotta worry about the citizens on the street, the pedestrians on the street, other drivers on the road with him. You know what I'm saying? The law enforcement chasing him. It's a whole lot of people involved in that. It's just not just that vehicle. If you just don't do it, you wouldn't have to worry about it. Now I ain't finna never be. Now it ain't no fault in the police. Shit, that's what they supposed to actually do. A motherfucker, you would want them to do it for you if it was your shit. You want your shit apprehended, right? Somebody just jump off in your shit and just doing what the fuck they want to do in your shit. You gonna want them to find your shit. Simple as that. Motherfuckers need to just stop running. I feel like if you out here breaking the law, what you scared of going to jail for? I mean, if you really out here doing something that can cost you commitment time, which means time in jail, why break the law if you're afraid of going to jail? I mean, if you're a criminal, you should know that that's also a consequence if you get caught, right? So that means if you know you out here doing something that you have no business doing, you should not be a one that's afraid of going to jail. You should not be one that's afraid of getting handcuffs put on you. Because see, you already know that the behaviors that you're doing and the things that you're doing are breaking laws. Therefore, if you were actually caught doing that, you already know your consequence is going to be jail time. So why are you scared about getting caught and going to jail? Just stop and do your time. You shouldn't have been doing that foolery. You shouldn't have made that kind of decision to do what the fuck you did. How you gonna be a criminal, but you scared of going to jail? Like that's a consequence of being a motherfucking criminal. Like when you doing criminal minded shit, you get caught, you going to jail. Therefore, if you scared of going to jail, stop doing shit that's causing jail time. You know what I'm saying? Stop doing shit that's gonna cause you to go to jail. I mean, that's just logic. If you're afraid of going to jail, stop being the target and the okey doke, the goofy. Stop playing the role of the goofy, the send off, and doing stuff that could possibly land you in jail. Because ain't nobody finna give it to you like that. That's just stop doing stupid stuff. Stop making poor decisions. Because that's what it is. It's poor decision making. You can't possibly be afraid of going to jail doing criminal minded shit that causes jail time. I mean, that just don't make no sense. It makes no sense to me. You somebody who out here breaking the law, but scared of going to jail? You in the wrong kind of motherfucking occupation. You in the wrong motherfucking path, okay? Because if you were to ever get caught doing whatever the fuck it is you're doing, you're definitely going to jail, okay? So if you don't like having cuffs put on ya, stop doing criminal-minded shit that causes jail time. I mean, that's just simple. There's no other way to put it up. There's no other way to put it. There's no other way to say that. If you are afraid of doing jail time for the shit you do, stop doing what you're doing. If you can't do jail time, or if you can't let people put cuffs on you, stop doing what you're doing. Or else you might end up like this young man, taking yourself out. You know what I'm saying? You might end up doing something like the fatality and yourself out of here because you playing Russian roulette with yourself. Because you best to believe if you harm another citizen and target an innocent person and somebody else would have got targeted off of your reckless behavior, that's another charge. You still finna go to jail. So stop doing things that's going to cause you to be behind bars if you scared of being behind bars. That don't make sense. Stop doing shit that's going to cause you to get behind bars if you scared to go to jail. I mean, I don't understand that. And it ain't no other way to put that. I mean, I'm not finna sugarcoat it. Listen, what dude did was very, very, very poor decision making. For him to be young, you actually left here at 17 years of age, and it was definitely preventable. Very preventable because all you had to do was stop. Okay, you would have definitely got the cuffs put on ya. You definitely would have had the cuffs put on ya. But it's better to have the cuffs put on you, taken into the booking area of a prison system, a jail institution, and you be there. You know what I'm saying? You just take your charges like a grown man because you're doing grown man activity, criminal minded stuff. Okay. So you should be able to take that. Okay. You should definitely be able to do that. If you can't, you need to stop letting people make you the send off, okay? You need to stop making people make you the okey doke, okay? Because it ain't no other way to put that. It ain't no other way. Stop doing stuff that y'all scared to go to jail for. Y'all ain't no real criminals. Y'all not. If you're crying about getting caught behind some bullshit you done, honey, you shouldn't have never been doing that shit because you should have known the consequence wasn't gonna never be a good one. I don't know who teaching these people that they gonna be able to get away with certain things that they doing. Oh man, you do this, you're gonna be able to get away. No, you not. That don't work for everybody. That don't work for everybody. You may get away with it for a little bit of time, but you always gonna get popped off doing the same thing. And then you better hope you're getting away. You better hope it ain't claiming your life like this one has been claiming this young man's here, doing what he did, what he chose to do. That foolery claimed his life, and he went out in the worst way. Okay? Something that was very preventable at the end of the day. So I'm not going to sit up here and say that You know, oh, I just feel so bad about it. I feel bad because I feel he should have stopped. I feel like you should have never took them on a high speed chase. Anyway, I'm gonna say that. You were joyriding. You thought that shit was cool until it claimed your life though. You know what I'm saying? Until it was claiming your life. If you got knucklehead little brothers, little cousins, and all of those ones in your family that thinks that that's cool, first off, tell them, listen, first off, we need an old school ass motherfucking person to be schooling them, okay? Let them know that the motherfuckers that's telling them to do all this goofy shit, they're not really their friend. First, tell them that. Let them know that when they get popped off, let them know that when the consequences are in action mode and in active play, that they're not going to be nowhere around. They're not going to even take the fall for them. They're not going to be nowhere near them. They're not going to keep in communication with them. They're not going to take care of them. So they're not your friends. They are only setting you up to do dirty work that they feel like they don't want to do, which means they shouldn't be doing it at all. Okay? They shouldn't be doing it at all. Stop doing stuff y'all scared to go to jail for. I mean, that is the memo. You know what I'm saying? Stop doing criminal minded activity that you are afraid of going to jail for. Stop doing crime, breaking laws when you are afraid to have cuffs put on you. Stop. You in the wrong business. Okay? You in the wrong business, you in the wrong lane. If you want to play them big boy, big girl games, then be ready for them cuffs to go on you when it's time for them to go on you. Stop running. Because, see, running don't always come out the right way. Like, it comes out like this sometime, and I'm sorry, but that's life. It does fall like this sometimes. This is actually a consequence. That's why people ought to be telling people about pros and cons before anything. Stop that. I ain't want to condone nothing. I'm gonna tell you about the cons of everything you doing first before I even go into the pros. I'm gonna tell you about all of the consequences that come behind doing what you're doing. It skip all the rest. It skip all the rest of that. You know what I'm saying? Stop doing stuff that y'all scared to go to jail for. If you're not ready to DIE for the things that you're doing, then you shouldn't be doing them either. And like I said, sometime that claims y'all life to where you do DIE. You know what I'm saying? Where your DIE, you also got to know that when you are doing things to break the law, you cannot play that kind of game with everybody because you got to be ready to DIE for what you're doing. Because listen, other citizens of this country is not going to accept what you're doing either, and they don't have to. Like I said, a lot of them like to play with other folks' possessions, something that they never worked hard for, something that they didn't even put not 1 hour or ounce of time to gain, but they don't mind taking that kind of stuff from people that worked hard to get theirs. Stop thinking that everybody is not going to protect what he or she works hard for, because you got to be wrong in your head there too. Know that when you are out there breaking laws, you got to be ready to DIE behind the things you do. Okay? One, because you don't know how the other person is going to even react to you. That's first off, and react to what you're doing. You can't always assume that that's going to even roll in your favor. Everybody not going to play with y'all like that. Number two, you should be more concerned about your own life. You know what I'm saying? Let alone the people around you, like the citizens around you, other folks on the road with you, with that reckless behavior. You should be caring about that and yourself, first off. So you know that they don't care about themselves and things like when they do stuff like that, because they playing with their own lives. And so when your life is claimed, I can't say that I actually feel some kind of way, because I feel like that was very preventable. Somebody should have been telling that young brother that the behaviors of getting in somebody else's car, reckless driving, joyriding. They should have been telling them, listen, you can get yourself hurt out there doing that. Let alone, what about if you hurt somebody else and take somebody else's life? That's a charge. You didn't threw your young life away. What if it was you? What if it was your life? Do you care to live or what? Because sometimes the outcome ain't always great. You know what I'm saying? You got to tell them like that. You got to be real with them. Stop, stop feeding these niggas what they want to hear. Y'all better tell them, young folks, y'all got in y'all family. We all got them. These are people that's part of our own motherfucking family trees that's out here doing all of this bullshit. But if you got any ounce of love for them, you're going to tell them about pros and consequences before you tell them about fast money and anything else that comes with it. A motherfucker going to tell them the odds they facing first, okay? And if you choose to go after you've been told about the odds, you just made a fucked up choice. I mean, and that's just what you're going to call that, a messed up, poor decision. It's a fucked up choice, okay? And it is life. Now, that young lady, I don't know her name. I should have tagged her, but I really forgot her name already. However, I was on a live yesterday where I did come across a lady where I was tagged there by Miss Ballhead. And she tagged me in her live, and I'm glad she did because, like I said, I used to get replica bags from Sugar's Closet, if y'all know who that is, right? She's a creator on here. So she sold replica bags too, and I used to buy a lot of her earrings, her bracelets. But she sold jewelry too. I don't know if that lady sell jewelry, but she sold the same things that she sold, like her hats, her bags. She sold jewelry. You know what I'm saying? She sold bracelets, and it was like replica. So it's inspired designer stuff. Because, like I said, your girl Midnight would never give a motherfucking designer my good hard earned money. I'm sorry. I spend my money smartly and wisely, okay? I don't throw money away. I'm sorry. I'm not one of those. However, I do invest in replica bags, inspired designer, but it's got to be a certain way that I like it. I don't like all of those designs. I do like certain ones. And so when I asked her about the designer bags that I actually like, because I didn't see she had any of these, she told me to look into the bags that I like and she can pre-order them. Okay. So I did. I found two designs that I really do like. And I found two designs that if she were able to pre-order them, I will get them. Okay. So I will actually show her what it is. And I'm going to put them up on a post on my page. Okay. I did like some of her hats she had, but I want the bags first because I think one of her hats do go with both of these bags. And I already pretty much know what kind of hat that I would like to have with the bag. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to show y'all the bags. Okay. So it's good to know that somebody does sell replica bags, you know what I'm saying? Which is inspired designer bags. So they're actually not designer, but they're inspired, they're replica. Okay. However, this is what I like. So when I asked her about the Mickey Mouse print, I like this bag right here. Okay, this is a replica Gucci inspired bag with the Mickey Mouse on there. Okay. So this is one that I actually like. If it's something like this, it reminds me of like a bucket bag or a tote bag. So she can actually pre-order stuff that looks like that. I would definitely be interested in buying a bag that looks like that. Okay. And she did show a hat that will go nicely with both of these bags. Okay. That's one of the prints right there that I'm looking for. Okay. So I like that right there. All right. And then this is another one right here. I also like this one. Okay. And my sister actually bought me a smaller one. It's like a crossbody bag. My sister bought me one that looked like this print right here, but it's not a book bag. See, that's a book bag right there, though. That's a backpack. So that's more like a book bag. But I do like that. And the hat that she showed goes with both of these bags. So whenever I want to wear the Gucci hat, I can wear it with either one of these bags because it goes with both of the bags. Okay. But these are the kind of bags that I'm more so into right here. So that's more of the backpack style right there. And I know that those bags will go for like 120 because Sugar's Closet used to sell hers for like 120. So she probably priced hers at 110, 120. It's the same for each of those bags. You know what I'm saying? Each one of these bags is about 120. Cause see, this would have went for 120. She would have charged 120 for those bags. You know what I'm saying? These are kind of they not real big bags, but they big enough. So these bags could go for like 120, 110, 120 between that time right there, that price range. And that's not bad for the bag. Like I said, I pay for that for these two bags. You know what I'm saying? And then a nice little Gucci hat to go with them. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I like. If she can find those kind of bags right there, pre-order, them the kinds that I will actually be interested in getting. Okay. Um, Other than that, she did have some nice bags, but I just didn't want those particular prints or styles. So and I'm a Mickey Mouse girl anyway, so I like what I like. You know what I'm saying? And if she can get it like that, she could definitely get my money then. You know what I'm saying? If she can get a bag like that, because I'm definitely gonna see if she can get it, or the site that I found them on, your girl gonna go through there and get them. Okay. The site that I actually found that on, I can go purchase through there. Okay. So if she can get those, that'll be what men I likes. I don't know if she sell jewelry. I'm gonna have to catch her live again. However, I will be over there because I do like caps. So a lot of her caps I will probably be interested in. But I do like wallets too. Um, I do like a lot of different wallets and coin bags. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So I like those kind of things. And I got a couple of replica wallets myself that's still brand new, y'all. Because when I was buying for my purse lady, she also sold replica things too. You know what I'm saying? My purse lady did. So I got a lot of shit up in my bags. You know what I'm saying? I used to get 2 bags at a time. And then most of my bags came with like a wallet inside. You know what I'm saying? So I got a lot of stuff that I hadn't even carried yet. But I do love those 2 bags. So it's either that I'm gonna get it from her or I'm gonna order it off the site that I looked this and saw it on. You know what I'm saying? I want those too. And then I will buy one cap, the Gucci cap that I will buy. It will go with both of those prints. You know what I'm saying? It will go with either bag. Either one. Either one. So that's what I like right there. She can get something like that, that would be awesome. You know what I'm saying? However, that's it right there, y'all. I just wanted to come here, bring forth this story, let y'all know you slow y'all butts down for real. Slow down. It's time to slow down. And when I say slow down, I'm talking about slow down for real. Slow down. Okay, I'm talking about slow it all the way down. Or else you know we just gonna be seeing fatalities like this, and we just gonna be saying that's a shame right there. We just gonna be like, that's so sad. People just gonna be saying, that's so sad. So talk to your young sons and daughters, cousins, uncles, and whoever these people is till you talk to them. Okay, let them know that everything ain't always greener on the other side. Okay, let them know that you think that this is gaining cool points, or you getting street cred by doing this foolery ass shit, but you're gonna be the only one looking to be like the fool in the end when all of these people geeking your head up thinking that you earning respect in the streets or some type of street cred only to set you up for a okey doke okay? Put you in a quick trick bag, okay? And they gonna leave you right there. It's gonna be like they never knew you, okay? It's gonna be just like they never knew nothing about you, okay? Because once it's time for you to go in and do your commitment, they're not gonna be nowhere near y'all, okay? You're gonna be in that motherfucker wondering how the fuck did I end up here and why did I end up here? Because see, these motherfuckers are no longer nowhere in sight. It's gonna be like out of sight, out of mind, just like that. So go on, tell them the real. On that note, y'all be easy. It is Thursday. One more day to Friday, we can make it through the week. Okay. One more day to Friday, and we will make it through the week. Okay. And we'll be at the weekend. So y'all be easy. Midnight may come back tomorrow with another topic, may not. But y'all be easy on this good Thursday, okay? And for the ones who missed this one, y'all watch it on the replay, especially if you're local. You know what I'm saying? If y'all some local Milwaukeeans, fellow Milwaukeeans, y'all gotta talk to your young people. You got to talk to your young people. Talk to them older ones too that's still out here making messed up decisions. As old as they is, they still can't even get it right. Can't seem to get it right, and they scared of going to jail. How you gonna be scared of going to jail when you breaking the law? How you scared of going to jail? I'm just trying to understand. How can you be scared of going to jail when you out there breaking laws? You don't think what you think comes with breaking laws, okay? What do you think the consequences of breaking laws? That's putting handcuffs on you. You know what I'm saying? That's something that can get you put in handcuffs. That's something that can get you sent up the road. That's something that can get you sent away. I mean, surely you cannot be afraid of going to jail, okay? When you're doing that kind of foolery. Like, come on now, that don't make sense. If you're afraid of being in jail, stop doing the crime. You won't have to do the time. Listen, it is your girl, man. I'm out of here. Y'all be easy. Peace.